Oh, there she is. So today we'll be taming the HELICOPRION. Nice! This modded dino has one of the best features in the game. I'm not even gonna lie. So this boy is a passive tame which you need to make a concoction for. First up, you're gonna need ammonite bile, then you're gonna need Two-Fist tentacles, and you're gonna need bee honey to create it. To be able to craft the treats for this boy and to be able to craft the saddle, you're gonna need to be level 91. To tame this boy, you're obviously going to need some aquatic creatures able to take on a Two-Fist and be able to defend you once you start the taming process for this boy. Nice. Since this boy's a late game tame, being level 91 to build a saddle, you'll probably have some sort of beehive in your base or some way to get the honey. I'm using a ghillie suit, but you can obviously have a bear, which will get you a lot more, or you can obviously just farm it as you go along. You will need to farm up each resource a little bit because there's only one created once you make this. So you're going to need a lot of bile, a lot of Two-Fist tentacles, and have a bit stockpiled so you can at least make 10 to 15. Okay, so the location for these boys is a bit random and unpredicted. On the internet it says they appear in deep parts of the trenches, but I found them in between the land from the top northeast corner of the map and Carno Island. I seem to find so many around that area. So I found a level 10 and a level 150, so this seems to be the place where you can get them. As soon as you start the taming process on this boy, it will actually spawn in a few megalodons. They're all level 1, but obviously everything will aggro on you, so you want to make some distance between you and the boy you're trying to tame, because you don't want to accidentally hit him and then mess up the taming process. So this happens every single time you feed him, including the last final tame where you feed him. So you just want to be careful near the end because you obviously don't want them to get insta-killed by megalodons. So you just want to make sure you have enough backup to be able to kill them quickly and fast. Nice! What you want to be wary of, if you do accidentally hit the boy, he has the ability to stun you, which actually knocks you straight out and stuns your megalodon. So obviously if the sharks are there, they're pretty much insta-kill you. So just make sure you have enough backup just in case that happens. Obviously, if you're careful enough, as soon as you feed him, jump on whatever you're taming him on, go miles away so they all follow you out the range of him and you'll be fine. The good thing is, despite him being a shark, he won't aggro you, so you can literally just follow him around with your flippers and there'll be no fear of him attacking you, which is quite nice. So again, every time you feed him, it will spawn in a pack of megalodons. They're level 1, so as long as you've got decent tames, you should be fine just to insta-kill them. This is a really cool and unique taming process because no other tame in the game sort of spawns enemies in when you're actually starting the taming process, especially a passive one, so it's actually quite a nice change of pace. One of the better things about this guy as well, nothing actually seems to aggro on him, so you don't have to worry about a manta coming in or a megalodon coming in and just biting him mid-taming process and killing him or anything like that. This boy's a bit bloody because my boy's accidentally attacked. Like I said, you'll want to drag the megalodons away as soon as you feed them, otherwise you do have the possibility of whatever you're riding or whatever tames you brought with you just attacking him, and obviously he'll aggro and it takes a little while for him to de-aggro. As long as you just keep going and moving out of his range, it'll be fine. So if you do actually wind up attacking him and he does catch up to you, this is what's going to happen. He's going to tail whip you, you're going to get instantly knocked out, and your tame's going to get a big chunk of torpor out of him. Now it's time to show you what he can do. He's got 2 attacks. Left click is just a normal bite attack. He's got a nice turning radius where he can literally turn on the spot and just attack, a bit like a Sarko. And his second ability is a tail whip, which does more damage than his bite and actually does stun enemies and apply torpor, which is lovely like. And obviously it's got a nice big range and hit multiple opponents, a bit like the Baryonyx. Despite all these beastly things I've mentioned, the best thing about them is their ability to make blueprints. You heard that right? To actually make blueprints. All you need is any equipment that isn't base primitive, and you can actually use him to turn it into blueprints. So if you luckily find a shotgun in a drop, an ascendant shotgun with beastly damage, but obviously there's only one, you can feed it to this boy and there's a chance that he can make a blueprint out of it. Also, just another perk of this boy, he cannot be grabbed by a Tuso, and his range with his tail whip actually lets you kill jellyfish without getting too close, which is again quite lovely. Nice. Yet another perk of this boy is that he deals more damage to ammonites and he doesn't trigger the ammonite bile, which causes stuff to attack you, so it's really nice if you want to farm it up. One thing to note, when you start the process to turn the weapon or whatever you decide to change it to a BP, make sure that there are no enemies around you because it will knock you off and he will be unrideable and he will be stationary throughout the entire time. So all you have to do is wait a certain amount of time depending on what it is. The higher grade of the material, the longer it will take, i.e. an ascendant took me 3 minutes. But a prim would take 30 seconds. Nice. There is a chance it can fail where it will use up the item and not give you the blueprint, so you better be careful and hope it's worth the risk, whatever you're trying to do. I have tamed multiple of these boys, and the success rate is like any other skill, which depends on a while. So this one tamed around 50%, but I tamed another one which was base 60. So the higher and luckier you are, you can potentially get one which is so close to 100% craft. So you can basically guarantee that whatever item you're using turns into a blueprint, which is just insane for all those lucky drop items you get. Thanks for watching. Hope this video helped. I'll see you in the next one. Nice.